Hello, welcome to the video. In this video, we're going to look at the reaction forces in a simply supported beam. We're going to solve the question that you can see right now, so I can show you the steps to determine the reaction forces if the beam is supported each end. Now this question, a simply supported 6 meter long beam has two 24 kilonewton point loads positioned symmetrically at 2 meter and 4 meter from the left hand of the beam. So here you can see I've drawn the beam with the 6 meter, have A as the pivot point, and you can see the two 24 kilonewton forces pushing down. And then from the left hand side we have 2 meters for the first one and then 4 meters for the second one. Now, to be in equilibrium, the moments from the pivot point, which is A, pushing clockwise, so you know clockwise, need to be exactly the same as the moments pushing anti-clockwise from the right hand side here for the beam to be balanced. A beam that is balanced is said to be equilibrium. Now, to work this out, we have the total clockwise moments on this beam from pivot A. Now, a moment is simply a force multiplied by its distance from the pivot. As you can see, we have 24 kilonewtons times 2 meters, because that's the distance here from the pivot point. So we have 2 meters, then the 24 kilonewton force acting down. So we do 24 kilonewtons times 2, the 2 meters from the pivot. Then we add that to 24 kilonewtons, which is the second point, times 4, because that is 4 meters from the pivot point. 2 plus 2. So then we have 24 kilonewton times 2 plus 24 kilonewtons times 4. So 24 kilonewtons times 2 is 48. 24 kilonewtons times 4 is 96. Add them together, we get 144 kilonewtons. Right, now, if I turn the page over. Now we have 144 kilonewton force acting down. So if the total clockwise moment is 144 kilonewtons, and there is only one anti-clockwise moment, which is this here, pushing up along the 6 meter pivot, we need to find out the magnitude of that. So the magnitude in newtons of the force for the beam to be in equilibrium. So we do 144 kilonewtons, per meter, divided by the length of that beam, which is 6 meters. Okay, so we have 144 divided by 6, which is the length of that beam, which gives us 24. Okay, so the magnitude of the force pushing up on the right hand side here is 24 kilonewtons. Now this means that the beam will stay straight. Okay, but as we can see, we have 24 kilonewtons pushing down and 24 kilonewtons pushing down, which is 48 kilonewtons, and only 24 kilonewtons pushing up. Okay, now the 48 is greater than the 24, and we need all of the forces to be the same upwards and downwards. Okay, so this is the calculation for all of the upward forces to be the same as the downward forces. Okay, so what I've done as well, I've labelled B here. So to calculate that, we have A, because we're trying to find out the force pushing up to be in equilibrium, is 48 kilonewton, which is the force pushing down minus B, which we have as 24 kilonewton. So then we have 48 kilonewton minus 24 kilonewton, which you can see A equals 24 kilonewton. So this force pushing up here now, A is 24 kilonewtons. And we can see, it's quite an easy example, we have 24 kilonewtons pushing up, 24 kilonewtons pushing up, which is 48, and then 24 kilonewtons pushing down, and 24 kilonewtons again, which is 48. So that means that the upward force and the downward force are the same, which means that this beam is in equilibrium and will not move. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment on anything you'd like to be seen in these videos. Thank you all for watching.